Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share with you some products I've purchased over the last couple of weeks. I have some higher end products to show you and I have some less expensive products to show you as well. So I want to show you the MAC products to start with. So I have purchased a couple of the lipsticks. They're £15.50 each. They come in this packaging. The first one is a replacement. Now this is the first lipstick I've ever used up. Well, I've nearly used this one up, and it's Faux, and it is from the Satin range. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's a pinky brown colour. It goes with every single makeup look, and I love it. If I don't know what else to wear, I just grab for Faux, and that's why I've nearly used it all up. It just is my absolute favourite. The next one is a little bit more out of my comfort zone. I tend to go for more pink shades, neutral browns, things like that. But this one is a peach colour. It's called PeachStock. Again, it's from the Satin range. Now it's more of a peachy brown colour. When I first started applying this, I did use it with a lip liner, but now I use it either with a lip liner or without, depending on what I feel like for that particular day. I think it is really gorgeous, very, very understated, and it's just absolutely lovely. I really, really like that one. Now the next products I want to show you is, now in the Norwich store, which is part of Gerald's, they were actually giving away a £10 voucher if you spent you know, a number of pounds. So I went to, with the voucher, I purchased one of these palettes. Now it's a double palette, and I really, really love these. Now I have purchased one of these before, and when I purchased it before, it was actually £10.50. So they've now decided to take that price down to £8. And yeah, I'm really, really pleased about that. Obviously, I think the intention is that if the palettes are a little bit less expensive, more people will purchase them, and then of course more people will have to purchase more of the products to then fill these palettes up. But I was really pleased because I don't always put in MAC products. I've actually got some Morphe single eyeshadows in here, and I've got a Makeup Geek blush as well. Now the palette itself was £8, and then the inserts are still £2.50 each. So in total this was yeah, I hope I said that's £8, and then the inserts are £2.50. So in total it was £10.50, 11, £13. Now I only paid £2. Let me just think. I only paid £2.50 because actually no, £3, sorry, my maths is not very good. Usually I'm a lot better with money, but on this occasion I'm not. Anyway, so it was £8 for the palette, and yeah, £2.50 each for the inserts. And yeah, so I used the £10 voucher with this, so it was £3 I paid. And yeah, I'm really, really pleased with this. My intention was to put this blush in and these eyeshadows, which are new, and I'll show you those more in depth in a moment. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. Yeah, absolutely love it. Love the fact that it is universal and you can put other products in, and of course that it hardly costs me anything, which is even better. Now the last product from MAC is the Soft and Gentle Mineralise Skin Finish. I think this is about £24.50, but certainly do have a look online for the prices there. I had to wait a couple of weeks for this because it seems so popular that it sold out every time I wanted to purchase it, so I had to wait until it became available again. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to start using this because it looks so pretty in the pan. Really, really iridescent, and yeah, absolutely lovely. Really, really pleased with that. And it does seem to be a firm favourite of a lot of YouTubers. Now I'm going to move on to the Morphe products that I purchased. So these two shadows are new. This blush I've already shown you, it's from Makeup Geek. Now the two eyeshadows, this one is called Wink for Pink, and it is £1.95 off the Beauty Bay website, which I thought was extremely reasonable. And yeah, it's a gorgeous colour. I absolutely love wearing these kind of colours, especially in spring, summertime. And then this one is called Granite, and yeah, again, I purchased that from Beauty Bay for £1.95, and it's a very, very shimmery mid-tone brown. Very, very pretty, both of those, and I thought £1.95 was excellent value for money with those, so I can't wait to start filling up that palette more. Now the next item I purchased from Morphe palettes was this. It's the 12S. Now it doesn't actually have the name of it, but I think it's something like Summer of Soul or something like that. But it's an all shimmer palette. It, like I say, it's called the 12S palette, and as the name suggests, it has 12 pans in there, and I thought it was really pretty. I've looked at a lot of other YouTube videos with this. It looks like it swatches extremely well. Obviously it has all peaches in there. It's got a lovely burgundy, golds. One of them is looks a little bit like a green gold, and yeah, you've got a silver, all sorts of colours within this palette. And again, I can't wait to start using this. It looks really, really pretty, gorgeous colours for this time of year, and I think the £11.95 price tag is very, very reasonable. Now again, this was purchased from Beauty Bay. On other sites I know that it is £14.99 or £14.95, but on Beauty Bay it is £11.95. You are limited to 3 per customer, although I'm not sure why you would want 3 of them, because obviously 1 is sufficient, I suppose, but you know, I don't know if other customers are selling them on or whatever. But as with Morphe, as with other Morphe products, they are always extremely popular. The next couple of items that I purchased are from ELF. Now, I only purchased a couple of items and I wish I'd purchased more. The website is UK based and it's not readily available on that website unless you search for it, that the items are shipped from the US. Now, if I'd have known that, I would have certainly have made a larger order. It only came to my attention actually because after a week of waiting for the order, and I have purchased many, many times from ELF when they were based in the UK or dispatching from the UK, and it usually took a couple of days for the order to arrive. So I was really disappointed after a week to find that the order hadn't arrived. So I tracked it and it was still in the US. So from then, it then went to customs and it was there in customs for 5 days. And then once it actually was released from customs, it did take a short while to be delivered, but it actually took just over 2 weeks to be delivered, which was very, very disappointing. As I said before, I think the information is not readily available, or it wasn't readily available to me until you search for it, that actually, you know, it's shipped from the US, which is a shame. I thought it was about a year ago, something like that, they actually, when it was shipped from the UK, an email went out to the customers saying that you know, the warehouse was closing down, and it was swapping from one company to dispatch it to another. So I just assumed that, you know, another UK based company would be dispatching it. It's just such a shame that, you know, I wasn't advised that it was coming from America, because I just feel that, you know, it's a little bit of a waste sending 2 small products when I could have made a larger order if I had known. So I was disappointed by that. However, I did receive a card with the order and it did say that they had moved warehouses again, and that yeah, they mentioned something about, you know, they were hoping to have more stock within that warehouse. I'm not quite sure the relevance of sending me that card, letting me know that you know, they were moving warehouses. It seemed a little bit irrelevant to me, because it doesn't matter if they ship it out quicker, it's still got to come to customers through customs when it's coming to the UK. So I'm not quite sure what that was about, but obviously I appreciate them giving me that information. And by that time I knew that obviously it had come from America. If I do order again in the future, at least I know that fact, but you know, I wasn't altogether aware of it to start with, and it was just disappointing that for me it just took over 2 weeks. And you know, if I'd have known, like I said, I would have made a bigger order. Anyway, the reason why I placed that order was to order this. Now, I'd seen on YouTube someone had put on there a dupe for the MAC Mineralise skin finish, and so I wanted to see if there were any dupes, and someone came up with this, and it's the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Blush Gems, and I must admit it is very, very similar in colour. I've not worn either of these, but from first impressions it looks very, very similar. Obviously the MAC skin finish is about £24.50. This is I think £3.50, something like that. So obviously you can't go wrong, because even if it doesn't work, you know, you haven't lost too much money. But it looks absolutely gorgeous, and if I do make another order with e.l.f., I will be purchasing the pink and the lighter one. This is more of a mid-tone one, but they look absolutely fantastic. The other item I purchased is the eyeshadow, baked eyeshadow in Peach Please, and again this was around £3.50, something like that. Little bit disappointed with the size. It would have made sense to me if they had probably made it in this size. It seems like they're trying to squash 3 eyeshadows into a very, very small eyeshadow palette, which is, you know, a shame. It would have been better, I think, if they'd have popped it in to this, or made it into this kind of size. It makes more sense with the amount of eyeshadows there. But nonetheless, I'm sure it's a very, very good product. Again, it looks very, very good, and on other reviews, yeah, they were very, very pleased with it. And I'm especially interested in that peach shade. I think peach is everywhere at the moment, especially with the time of year, you know, spring, summer. It's always nice to wear gorgeous peach shades. Now this is the Saucebox, and it's the Batalash palette. Now this again I purchased from Beauty Bay, and again this was something that was on YouTube. It was on a video actually of someone going through all of their palettes, and this came up. I've never heard of Saucebox before, and yeah, Batalash is I think another YouTube channel, I believe. But yeah, it's a collaboration that Saucebox has done. It's a very, very pretty palette, really gorgeous. It's got a mirror on the inside. It is card, but it's got some weight to it. I have got other card palettes, and I must admit they don't seem as weighty as this. And this, you can tell that this is quality just from looking at it. It's not extremely thin, although yeah, you know, it's nice at this time of year to have a nice palette that's easily transportable. Obviously, if you're going on holiday or on a trip. But personally, I like something that, the thing is, if you get it too thin, that means your eyeshadows are going to be very, very thin as well. So obviously, this was £45, so with that in mind, you want something that warrants that £45 price tag. Now, originally this was £45, but on the Beauty Bay website, it went down. Now, don't quote me on this, but it went down to either £38, £35 or £32, where the first day I looked at it, it was one of those prices. And then the next day, and I'm glad I held off, because the next day it actually gone down further to £27.18, something like that. And if you order or place an order of £15 or above, then delivery is free as well. So I thought I'm definitely going to get this, and I absolutely love the shades. Now there was another palette that they did very, very similar to this, well, exactly the same but different shades. It had more neutral tones, but I've got a lot of those palettes. I wanted something different. I really love these warm browns. The bottom row is more shimmery, the top row is more matte. I was really interested in this shade, and this is actually what I'm wearing today. I put this on as a base and then put this in the crease, and I eventually put it actually on the eyelid because I just loved it so much. I'm not really a green person, but I'm really intrigued in this green colour as well. I mean, yeah, I really, really love it. It's just a fantastic product. I can't rave about it I can't rave about it enough because I just love it, and I just think it is something different. I think it's been very, very well thought out and put together. So yeah, I just absolutely love it. Can't wait to try that out even more. The next item I want to show you is the Tarte Tartlette. Now, this is only just recently, to my knowledge, became available in the UK, and QVC is where I purchased this from. They do have an extensive range of Tarte products. Now this, you can tell it's quality. The packaging itself is just amazing. Again, it's got a little bit of weight to it. It's solid. It's just amazing. And what I liked about with QVC is that, yes, this is a more higher end product, and they were actually doing it on a 4 payment scheme. The first month you had to incorporate the delivery charge in that, but other than that it was about £8 or £8.50, and you pay that each month. So it's just a little bit more customer friendly for customers who are on a budget but want to try something a little bit more expensive. And yeah, I just think it's fantastic. I love it. Like I say, it's a matte, all matte palette. It's got a huge mirror in it. And also what I like is that when the mirror is, so for example, you can put it at any angle, it won't close. So obviously if you're using this as your mirror to put your makeup on, you can obviously hold this with one hand and put your makeup on with another. So that is quite interesting. Also with the shades itself, if you look at them, they're in rows of 3. Now each row is what you could use for a certain look. So that row there of the, so I don't want to blind you with the mirror, that row there could be used all together for one look, that middle row, and then that one as well. But obviously you can use whatever shade you like. It's just how it's been put together, and it does seem to me, again, to be put together really well. I love that it's got neutrals in, it's got purples, it's got pinks. It's, well, I just love it. And I've used this a number of times. You wouldn't even know. It still looks brand new. The Tarte name embedded in the actual pan is still there. It's just amazing. I can't rave again about this one enough. So if you are interested in Tarte there as a brand, I would certainly have a look at QVC, especially with the offers that they have available. Now the last item I want to show you is something that seems to be sold out everywhere in the US and everywhere in the UK as well. And the reason I know that is that my mum unfortunately has been looking for this. Now I actually went to Norwich Debenhams and picked this up in store. I was quite surprised actually, because I had gone into the Norwich Debenhams a couple of months ago when the pink Too Faced Bonbon palette became available, and I was really disappointed that they had their palette in store. And yes, you can swatch it and have a look at it, but you couldn't purchase it. They actually didn't have it available in the store, which I thought, you know, is a little bit misleading. Why have the actual palette in the store if you haven't got the stock to back it up with? So that was a little bit disappointing. But I was really pleased that, yes, they had this palette in there to swatch, and they also had the stock as well. I don't really know how much more stock they've got. My mum went on holiday and she went to Devon, and she went to Bournemouth Debenhams, and they'd run out. They actually told her that they'd had a very, very busy week and that they had sold out of all of these, which was very, very disappointing. I'm not sure where else you can get it from in the UK, but she has tried online, and again, it's totally sold out. So it looks like that. Obviously it comes in this box. It looks like that. I can already smell it. It smells absolutely gorgeous. I love the packaging. I love that it fades from light to dark. It's a tin, so it's very, very sturdy. Inside you've got a mirror, and then you've got the lovely shades, and it just smells absolutely amazing. I did swatch a few in store. Now, as I said about the Bonbon palette, I did swatch it. I was really disappointed, especially with the dark pink colour. It swatched very, very powdery. I was really not impressed, although I absolutely loved the look of it. I was so disappointed that no, I didn't purchase that one, and I was really pleased when I swatched this. And I swatched that one in store. It's more like a two-tone shade. It's really, really pretty. I also swatched this one down here as well. They seem really, really good quality. They swatch fantastically, and I can't wait to start trying this. It really is a lovely palette. Again, for this time of year, everybody wants to wear peachy shades, and it was £39 from Debenhams. Now, I haven't swatched any of the products because there were so many to get through. If you want me to go more in depth in the products, I'm happy to do that. Just obviously pop a note down below, and I can do any of these palettes and, you know, go in depth and do swatches with those if you would like me to. So just pop a note down there. But you know, I appreciate all the feedback that I get. I do try and comment on all of the messages that I get, so thank you all, and thank you to anybody who's newly subscribed. Obviously, if you're not subscribed and you want to watch further videos, then subscribe and thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. But thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.